Hear you, yes, sir.
Okay, cool. We got all the media here. Everyone's good to go. Coach, do you want to open it up or go right into questions?
No, I'll open up. Obviously, very, very proud of our guys today. Thought it was a great team effort. I couldn't, single out any one person. Thought it was a physical game by our guys, and I thought a lot of guys stepped up. So really proud. Fantastic effort by the defense. Dante Jackson, someone that I have to point out, didn't think early in the week he'd play. He fought back to play. Got banged up in the game, came back. Justin Burris, same thing. You can really start to feel Trey Boston's leadership out there, getting guys on the same page. Rasul Douglas, followed Hopkins around, played well. So just proud of a lot of guys. And, like any team after 4 games, we're a little bit banged up, but they found a way to play physical. Offensively, I thought our offensive line was fantastic. Kept Teddy clean, found a way to run the football. But really the player for me on the day on offense was Curtis Samuel. Huge drive extending plays that we really needed. And I thought Reggie and Mike did a great job running the football. I thought Joe called a great game. And then special teams I thought made an impact. We found a way to block a punt early. So a lot of good things were done today. On the negative side, too many penalties, too many lack of composure penalties at the end of the game. And that's something that, I'll try to address. I've already addressed and I'll try to address this week. But a good step. We found a way to accomplish our mission, and we'll get ready for next week.
All right, let's go to David for the first question, and then Elena.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. You mentioned Joe Brady called a good game. Seems like he's gotten in a groove here the last few games. So what do you attribute to that to? What are you seeing out there?
I think Joe's a great play caller. I think Teddy, played really well and played really clean. I think that helps. One of the things that's happened the first couple of games, we've gone out expecting one defense and getting something different. So I think our whole staff, and when I say Joe, that's really the whole offensive staff, has really tried to hone in on, hey, what are the things that we do well and really do them well. And I think there was a really good run plan this week. We knew that they were going to pressure us, and I thought Pat Meyer and Marcus Satterfield and those guys did a great job. But so I think all of us, we're all growing. That's game 4. That's really kind of like the end of the preseason. What would have been the end of the preseason. So we're getting better. I will say this, just kind of unrelated. It was really fun to be out there with fans. I'll tell you that. That was a lot different and a lot more fun. And so I want to thank the fans, because you could definitely hear them. So we look forward to the day when everyone's back. But it was fun to have those people out there today.
Hey, Matt, I was wondering, you really held DeAndre Hopkins not to less than 50 yards. Was there anything you thought the defense did well specifically and kind of restricted him?
Well, they tackled really well. Not a lot of blown assignments. I mean, Kyler's an unbelievable player. The big plays they had were him pulling the ball down and running. But I thought we tackled well for the most part and played the perimeter screens really well. And then, we covered. We were able to mix up our coverages, play different things. And that to me was a real key. Just, if you give a guy like Kyler Murray, one defense, he's going to find the holes in it. So being able to mix and match what we were doing was really important.
All right, let's go to Brett Jensen and then Vashti Hurt.
Yeah, Matt, I'm curious. So I want to just go back to the fans real quick. Was it a different vibe, even though there were only 5,000 people out there? Could you sense a different vibe with the players, or actually hear them, make noise, or what was the sense out there, even though it was only 5,000?
Completely different vibe. You could hear them, and you could feel the energy. I know the statement's only 5,000, but there were to me there was 5,000 loud and strong. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really great. So, and when someday when there's 10,000 or 15 or eventually 15, 60, whatever we hold, I think it'll be even greater. But they were into it. I thought they gave us energy, and I thought our players were really into the game, back and forth, which was great.
Vashti, you need to unmute yourself.
Sorry, guys. Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. The first drive, you decided to go for it on 4th and short. It seemed like that set the tone for the rest of the game. Can you talk about that decision?
Yeah, just, I'd made the decision that we were going to go for it in that scenario, like at 4th and 1, maybe 4th and 2. There were a couple other ones that I don't know if I went for it again on 4th down, but, normally I go into each each deal. Taylor Rajak, who's our director of analytics, is always on the headset with me. He goes over what the sports analytics say, and then I also go with my gut, in terms of, hey, I like this, I don't like that. And really on that play, I mean, we had some sort of miscommunication. The receiver, not blaming him, just something happened wrong, and so it was just Teddy, and Teddy found a way to make it happen. And that's been my message from the very beginning with our guys. Like, great players are way more important than great coaches, and great players figure it out. And I thought that was a great example of Teddy of just kind of figuring it out.
Let's go to Joe Person and then Miles Simmons.
Hey, Matt, 2 weeks ago, you guys are 0-2. You've got your best player arguably gets hurt with a high ankle sprain, and now you win your next two. What do you credit to? I know it's a lot of different things, but what turned this around in the early going?
Yeah, I just think it's a mindset of, like, I don't even think of it as like turning it around. I just think we played the first game and we walked off, and like I think I said to you guys, we saw the Raiders play the Saints. They're a good team, and we said, hey, we're going to have a chance to be a good team. There's some things we have to correct. And then we were better the second week, though we turned the ball over 4 times. And so we said, hey, let's get better. And I thought the defense has really bought in to playing hard and playing fast. I'm beginning to hear that from people all across the league, like, hey, I watched your tape. You guys are flying around, which is a credit to our players. And so, week 3, we find a way to get a win. And then today was a really good win. And so I just think it's our guys getting better and better and better. My college coach, Coach Paterno, used to say, you're never as good as you think you are when you win, and you're never as bad as you think you are when you lose. And so the key is to just be a process guy, to just keep trying to get better, not overreact. I mean, it's fun, and you can be happy when you win, but, to me, the real joy is in the doing. It's in the coaching. It's in the getting better. It's those things. So I think, we'll find out how good we are again next week. We'll wake up tomorrow. We'll set a mission of, putting this game to bed and getting ready for next week. And the best way to have a good season is just to take it 1 week at a time, and which inevitably is one day at a time. And so there's a lot we have to do better. And so we'll try to get better. And if this is the high point of the season, then we won't have a very good season. So to add to your question, though, I will say this: the coaches aren't any different. I just think the players getting more and more comfortable with what we do and how we do it, and then more and more making it how they do it. And that, to me, is the mark of a winner. When you're 0-2, everyone wants to work really hard. But when you win a game, who doesn't get complacent? And I thought our team this week worked really hard, and I was really pleased to see their mental energy going into this game.
Matt, you guys ended up offensively 7 of 11 on third down, and then 4 of 5 in red zone efficiency. Those are 2 areas of focus after last week's game. Just how pleased were you with the performance in those areas today? Fantastic.
And really, I mean, I would say, you probably say 8 of 8, because the last one, we're just kind of not really trying to get the third down. We're just kind of running the ball there. Threw that little naked to Robbie, told him to stay in bounds, and kicked the field goal. So I thought our guys played great situational football. I think it started with our offensive line, keeping guys clean. I thought it was some huge catches by Curtis and DJ and Robbie and Seth, and Ian had some great catches today. So I just thought it was a whole collective team effort.
I only have time for 2 more quick ones. Let's go to Deshaun and then finish with Josh.
Coach Rhule, this is Deshaun with Channel 9. You've had a chance to lead this team in losses, but also in victories now. What have you learned about the identity at this point in the season?
Just that they're a great group of guys. I mean, the thing about pro football is, very few teams go 16-0. So, really your character is revealed over the course of a season, and we have great guys. They work hard. They come to work every day. They do things the right way. They give their all. They gave their best effort. Even in the games we lost, I never questioned anyone's effort. So when you have a chance to see them win, when they come in, they're the joy on their face from winning the football game is fantastic. So I just think it's a good group. I've been saying for a couple of weeks now, like, I know it's a young team. I know there's some names on here maybe people don't know, but I hope the people of the Carolinas fall in love with this team and the way that they play. They're a gritty, tough bunch, and it's all about the team, and that's it's not about me. It's not about any one player. It's about them, and that's what I like. I mean, they're in there happy to give Teddy's giving the game ball to the O-line. They do things the right way, and that's fun to be around.
Hey, Matt, after after that fumble recovery, I saw you kind of having some extra words with Trey Boston. And then it seems like every time there's a big play for the offense, he was standing on the sidelines, waving a towel, screaming. How important is it for the defense to be out there, cheering for the offense, and Trey specifically, his voice and his leadership?
Well, I think you want to have a team that, you want the offense, when the defense gets scored on, you want the offense to go match a score with a score. When the offense doesn't score, you want the defense to answer a stop with a stop. So you want to play complementary. And then you want to start giving each other energy. You never want to feel like one unit, one player is out there and has to do it all by themselves. And so I try to talk to all those guys. I think Shaq's an unbelievable leader the last 2 weeks. I think, Tahir, KK, Zach Kerr, so many guys. Dante doing it at a high level. But, as you know, Trey's a really a vocal guy. He's got tremendous spirit. And so I can't remember what I said when they came off the field after that fumble. I think I don't even know what I said, to be quite honest with you. I probably just said, knowing me, I probably just said, one snap at a time, one play at a time. And I think I said, hey, they'll start going tempo now. Be ready. And that was what Phil was saying. So I was just echoing it. But Trey does a fantastic job. I think, even going out at the end of the half, at the start of the second half, I didn't really say anything to the team. We came in, I just said, hey, here's the penalty situation. We got to get it fixed. And, Trey gathered them all up and said, hey, this is what we need to do in the second half. And that's what you want, right? You want a player-led team that's bought into the process that we've established. So the guys are doing the process, so I want them to have fun and make this their team.
All right, Coach. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thanks, guys.